I just spent 24 hours in Mumbai, the city in India that truly never sleeps. I personally thrive in big, stimulating cities, so already I've been in my element. These next few days, I decided to do a mix of both touristy and relaxed things. I took a 15-course food tour and tried the best chaat in the city, went to a jazz concert held in an old textile mill, people watched at Juhu Beach, and sampled some specialty chai because yes, I am pretty obsessed with chai. I ended up so in love with Mumbai. The energy and the collective hustle make this city truly unforgettable, and honestly, I haven't stopped thinking about it since I left. Hello friends, welcome to day 2 of Mumbai. We have been here for 24 hours already. I made a whole vlog on what those first 24 hours were like, so if you haven't checked that out yet, please do. We are in our hotel right now. We are staying in the Bandra neighborhood and we're getting ready to take an Uber into the downtown area to go take a 4-hour long food tour. The sad part is I am a little bit under the weather. So my taste buds are not working as they should. We'll see how much food I can actually taste. But I'm really looking forward to this because, truth be told, Indian food is not something I'm familiar with. It's probably my least familiar type of cuisine. I never grew up eating it. I really don't know much about it. This is my first time in India, and food to me is really important when it comes to traveling and getting to know a culture. If you've watched my channel, then you know that over 50% of my itinerary when I travel has to do with food. So what better way to get to know Mumbai than through its food? And a lot of the food here is very snackable because Mumbai is a working city. There's a lot of people that are on the go all the time, a lot of people in labor, people that are working multiple jobs. So a lot of the food has to be really easy to take on the go. I'm also really looking forward to chai. I love chai and I need to have multiple cups a day here. So let's go take this food tour. 45 minutes later, we have reached our meeting point for the tour here at Chai's Cafe. I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm so jet lagged and tired and sick, but I'm also hungry. Well, I'm glad I started this tour out hungry because it ended up being a long night of eating. Our first dish was the Mumbai burger, the vada pav, which we already had the day before. It's called a Mumbai burger because it's the ultimate working person snack. It's affordable, it's easy to eat, accessible, and of course, delicious. Our guide Sunil stopped me after my first bite to tell me that I needed to use the chutneys, and I learned that the green one is always the spiciest. The tamarind one was my favorite. Our group took the train together and went to our next stop, Parsi Dairy Farm, a legendary dairy business in Mumbai founded in 1916 by a Parsi entrepreneur. They produce the best and purest dairy products like ghee, kulfi, lassi, and other decadent sweet desserts. Here we tried the sweet curd, and it came in this cute brown clay vessel. It tasted sweet with smooth chunks of curd. It's kind of like a rice pudding, a little bit.
I'm sure that'd be good.
Then we walked to an Irani cafe, something that I was really looking forward to. These nostalgic cafes were originally opened by Irani immigrants to India in the 19th century, fleeing persecution or looking for better economic opportunities. Here we tried mutton keema, a dish made of mutton mince, green peas, onions, tomatoes, and other spices. You pair it with plain bread rolls for a simple and delicious meal. We also tried this raspberry soda that was founded a long time ago, like way before Coca-Cola was even started. Can't say I was a fan of it because of how one note and uncarbonated it tasted, but it was still really cool to try. When you come to Mumbai, you have to familiarize yourself with the word chaat, which means snack. People in the city are always on the go, can usually only eat during short breaks, so snacks are a very important part of the food culture here. We tried a variety of different puris at this stall, including a refreshing yogurt one called Dani Puri, a tamarind water one called Pani Puri, and then a puri topped with fried flour yellow fritters called Sev Puri.
An interesting thing that I noticed about this stall was that they used Bisleri water, a bottled water brand here in India. So I'm sure that translates to a certain level of hygiene and food quality for this stall's food. At this point in the evening, the time and the food stops and all the dishes just started blurring together because we tasted so much food. I don't remember what this crepe-like snack was called, but it was my favorite food of the night because I loved the fresh, crispy outer edges of the crepe. It was so delicious. Our guide Sunil led us through some very chaotic streets and alleys, including a street that was known for selling all types of lights and a jewelry street where you could bargain for gold all day. We all had absolutely no idea where we were and where we were going, but honestly, I was having so much fun just being in these streets, weaving and climbing my way through. We were all just trying to keep our eyes on Sunil and trying not to get run over, all in the name of getting to the next food stall. We ended up trying so many delicious little snacks like frali patis, a fried stuffed potato patty usually consumed during fasting periods, kachia papad, which kind of reminds me of nachos, but Indian version. It's a plate of paper-thin rice flour and cumin crackers, topped with tomatoes, onions, and herbs. We also had pudla, a chickpea flour pancake with a texture similar to an omelet. We got the tomato and cheese one. And then bangan ka bharta, a plate of roasted mashed eggplant that you pair with delicious buttery chapati. And moong dal halwa, a rich and decadent dessert made with lentils, milk, sugar, and way too much ghee. And of course, somewhere in the middle of the tour, we also stopped for a chai break because there's always room for chai. But the last stop, oh man, Sunil teased us about having us try something crazy last, but we thought he was joking. Until he took us straight to the betel leaf stand so we could try pan. Let's just call this the all-natural Indian chewing tobacco, if you will. You take a betel leaf and fill it with all types of questionable things, and when we asked our guide what these things were, he said he didn't know. It's wild. I mean, just look at this jar of fluorescent green goo. Thankfully, the ones we were going to eat were the normal ones being prepared by the other guy. What did it taste like? Well, I can tell you I did not enjoy it at all, but it was deathly sweet, grainy, and some parts of the texture was kind of like coconut flakes, and it was very minty and mentholy.
It's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, you also need to trust. Can understand that.
It's a bit like
Everybody's having it?
it's a bit like toothpaste.
It's not.
No, it's kind of minty.
Everyone in my group except me spit it out, which is totally okay to do, but I decided to be brave and swallowed the whole damn thing. Would I do it again? Hell no, but I'm very glad that I tried it. After the food tour, Andrew and I went to grab a drink at a super cool pub in Bandra called Toto's Garage. It's an auto shop themed bar known for their beers, snacks, and overall chill vibes. It was bursting with people this evening, and the atmosphere was so lively and hip. And even though we were really tired at this point, we loved getting a little glimpse of what nightlife looked like here in Mumbai. I got a whiskey and coke, Andrew got a Kingfisher beer, and with that, our fun-filled night came to an end.
Okay, we're starting at a bakery here called J. Hirsch & Co. It's a little tough to find. Aw, a kitten's coming. That's a kitten, right? Hello.
It's a small.
Hello. It's like in the back of a parking lot. You're so cute. You know what you're looking at? It's a camera. We have our goodies from the bakery that we just stopped by. It's a very, very historic, very budget-friendly bakery, and they sell savory puffs like chicken and mutton puffs, and also Chinese food like fried rice and noodles, and a variety of different desserts. So we got one savory and one sweet, as well as a ginger limeade. They didn't have any chai, so I just got this limeade. We got a chicken puff, What happened? Hi. It's so good. It's actually really good. Try it. It's like a French puff pastry with the chicken, mashed chicken inside of it, and it's still warm.
It's a chicken pot pie.
Yeah, it's like a chicken pot pie.
Not the peas.
It's really good. Oh my god, somebody is sweeping right here. It is so sweet and gingery. They have put like real ginger in this ginger limeade. Holy crap. It's so spicy. And then we got a bread pudding. Okay. Let's try. I'm in an alley, by the way, that is connected to a street called Chapel Road here, and there are a lot of murals we're about to check out after this. It's just a very random spot we're at right now, which is why everyone's passing by and staring. Whoa. It's very dense. This is good. I didn't think I liked bread pudding until now. It's like a cheesecake, but a little fluffier and not too sweet. A lot of caramel flavor. Let me show you guys the street we're on. Such posers, because honestly Andrew and I know nothing about Bollywood. We don't know a single actress, but now I'm curious to look up more about Bollywood. Ooh, look, a matcha bar. Tokyo Matcha Bar. There is a really big mix of like old and new buildings. This one in particular, super new. Look at those glass terrace walls. Wow, look at this colorful cafe. So cheap. Can I have a small? Thank you. Oh my god, it's 20 rupees for a small cup of fresh sugarcane juice. That's like 25 cents. The best. Oh, thank you. That was the craziest rickshaw ride ever. The way these like rickshaw drivers can just weave their way through traffic and not hit anybody is insane. Hats off to them. There were so many like near-death experiences, but I have all the trust in these drivers. Now we're at our first beach here in Mumbai. Mumbai actually used to be 7 separate islands until it was formed into one. And so it's surrounded by water, and there are a lot of beaches here. Not the clearest beaches, but it's really nice on like a hot day to come here and dip your feet in the water, eat some snacks here on the beach. So we're gonna just check it out. We're at Juhu Beach. That was a little snack that we just had because we have a full dinner reservation later. Traffic around that area was so crazy. Crazy. I'm so impressed by how people here can just like weave their way through, people coming in and out, and like nobody gets hurt. Everyone's really courteous. Andrew's being a good boy, wearing his seatbelt. We've noticed that people don't really wear seatbelts here in the back of the car. Some seatbelts don't even exist, or you can't buckle it up. The jazz concert is at this venue called G5A Warehouse, and it used to be an old textile mill that's been transformed into like a spoken word, poetry, concert, performing arts venue basically. It's really cool. We're gonna see a jazz band from Bangalore, India called Perfect Strangers.
I booked this jazz concert on a whim when I was looking up the latest events in Mumbai. This jazz band was from Bangalore, and I had never heard of them before. I wasn't even sure if this was going to be in Hindi, another Indian dialect, or English, but hey, music is a universal language, so who cares, right? We walked up to the terrace and the vibes were immaculate. There was the perfect mood lighting hung up between lush green trees, the comfortable light breeze running through the air, the lit up buildings of Mumbai in the background. It was beautiful. It felt like an oasis in this bustling city. And most importantly, the music was so good. It was a mix of jazz, soul, and rock, and they performed both their own original songs and covers.
Come to me on a summer breeze, keep me warm in your love, then you softly, and it's me you need to show. Sing, how deep is your love? Is your love? How deep is your love? I really need to love.
For dinner, we came to Mask, a fine dining restaurant serving ingredient-driven dishes. They offer a 10-course dinner, and all the ingredients they use are seasonal and foraged across all landscapes in India. There are options for cocktail or wine pairings, but we opted for drinks a la carte. Andrew got a gin cocktail made with the juice of cashmere apples, and I decided to try local Indian wine. I don't know why I never thought about India being a wine-producing country, but this was definitely cool to learn. Our first course was a beautiful corn-themed set with makai buns stuffed with a charred corn mousse, Kadayif cigars with moringa inside, and a Buddha miso soup. Some other courses we had were cured barramundi with prickly pear, smoked pork with Kashmiri chili and poha, and black rice farro with mud crab sprinkled with fried red ants. Yes, ants. Midway through the dinner, I got another cocktail with pickled plum and kelp, and then we got invited into the kitchen to try a pomegranate and carvanda sorbet for a little palate cleanser. This entire experience cost $70 a person, and while it's not often that I splurge on such a fancy meal like this, every bit of what we spent was worth it. The service was exceptional, the food was playful and fun, and I love that I got to be a part of a dining experience that paid ode to the hugely diverse array of ingredients that exist in this country.
This is the cardamom chai. Can't go wrong. Ah, these are so hot. You really have to be careful. It's so pretty. Okay, this one's RKC Special, I think, which is a blend of ginger and masala. Oh my god, it's strong. Oh yeah, the guy said it would be really strong, and he is not wrong. Man, this one's good. This one's like 2 times strength. This is ginger and lemongrass chai. Whoa, it's spicy. Damn, this is so comforting. This is like, you can tell there's ginger in it because it's kind of yellow, it has a yellow tint. It's spicy, it's warm. It is like a hug, except I'm sweating while drinking this right now because it's so hot, but man, this is like the best thing. Honestly, chai is the best beverage in the world. If I lived here, I'll be having this like 3 times a day. It's so good. We got something called a bun maska, which is just kind of like a simple bread with butter, just to kind of munch on. This place is amazing. I wish I could try all the chais. If you ever come, you should try multiple chais here. Definitely a little pricier than like the street chais that you'll find for 12 rupees. These ones range from 45 to 85 rupees, but specialty chais, totally worth it. Finished our chais, and guess what we're gonna do to clean this up? Please demonstrate. Throwing it right in the trash. That's what they told us to do. All right, we just picked up our luggage because we are officially leaving Mumbai tonight. We are going back to New York City. But before we leave, we're gonna have our last meal here at the Tanjore Tiffin Room, which is a restaurant specializing in South Indian food. The word tiffin actually means a light meal or snack that you have in between lunch and dinner, kind of like afternoon tea. It's so pretty in here. Everything's decorated, super pretty, kind of like an afternoon tea palace almost. And what's really cool is that they're known for their curries. They have a very well explained and thought out menu that explains all the different terms you're going to see throughout the South Indian cuisine, which has really helped me because I have no idea what's going on in the menu. But what's extra special here is that they will actually bring you out a plate of different curries, kind of like a sampler, so you're able to taste all of them and pick out the ones that you like to have as your main dish. This is my yellow coconut curry with chicken, and it has cumin, mint, and cilantro in it. I opted for steamed rice. I just kind of wanted some plain rice with it. And then this is Andrew's orange curry with a bunch of spices and this pepper. And then he also got an appam with it. Bon appetit! Last meal here in Mumbai. Thank you. Last stop of our entire Mumbai trip, we are at the Four Seasons Hotel Mumbai to check out their rooftop bar, Air. Excited to see some beautiful night views.